All right. Are we rolling? We are back for another episode of LDP's podcast. Today I'm here with
Bella
and Ariana.
Thank you guys for being here. I appreciate it.
Thank
Short
you so
notice,
much for having us.
Right? Wait, Dara, how do we figure this out? Did this happen within a day?
Like 2 days.
2 days?
Yeah, roughly.
Nice. All right. Well, thank you guys for being here. I appreciate it. Today we're talking all about fashion, fashionability, however you want to word it. We're just talking about maybe what you should wear, what you don't like guys wearing or doing in relation to their fashionability. So we're going to talk about it, see what they like, see what they don't like, maybe what you should modify at home. So let's just jump right into it. Question number 1. Is this the right sheet? Bro, I think I grabbed the wrong sheet. You got to grab me the clipboard. Leave this in. This is good.
This is good. Leave this in.
Yeah.
Leave this in.
It's on the clipboard. Sorry, guys. I grabbed the wrong question sheet. It's for the next group. Okay. Question number 1.
Okay.
I would like to know, what do you think is the most attractive color that a guy can wear?
Do you want to answer first?
I think it depends, but for me, mainly like black. I feel like
Black?
Interesting.
Yeah.
See, I feel like it depends on the hair eye color combination.
Yeah.
Like I feel like as a brunette, like reds look really good on me, and like same with like other brunettes. Like reds are usually attractive on brunettes, but then if you have like blonde hair, like I know like more like pinks and blues on blondes, and
Right.
then like reds and greens on brunettes. I don't know. I just feel like I don't know. Maybe it's like some color theory shit.
No, but that definitely makes sense.
Yeah.
I think I don't know exactly, but I feel like the contrast, it might just look
Yeah.
like better. But I've noticed that, like, I don't know. I've asked this question to a decent amount of girls. A lot of girls say red. And like there's some studies, like it's funny how you guys say interesting. Everyone's different. Like you read these studies and everyone's like the most sexually attractive color to a girl is red. And then it's like they showed pictures. It was a small group study. They showed pictures of the same exact t-shirt with blue jeans on 3 different guys of 3 different like skin tones, black, white, and what was it? I don't know. I can't remember. Black, white, and then he was like mixed or something, maybe Hispanic. I'm not 100% sure. And they showed the picture to multiple different groups of girls, and they consistently said that the red was like the most attractive color in the shirts. But I don't know. I guess everyone's different. You know what I mean?
I think that makes sense though, because red is like the color of love. Is like
Yeah,
it.
100%.
So I think that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like your brain would probably like, I don't know. You're a psych major, correct? I feel like your brain probably makes an association to the red as like a more loving,
Like red is more like a
playful
seductive color.
Exactly.
I feel like so like that's probably why it's more like attractive to girls.
Yeah, and it's funny. Like when I was reading that, I was like, red. I was like, why would that even be like true? I feel like you can't match red with a lot of stuff. If you were a black, white, or gray, even like a dark blue, you could really match that with anything. But red, I was like, if you could throw it on, pull it off, maybe rock some red.
Yeah,
If you can.
It's like
Rock
red
some red.
lipstick on a girl.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, you know, you
100%.
wouldn't want like green. I don't know.
Yeah,
you know
no.
what I mean? Like red, that's like the go-to
I mean,
color.
some people might like green, not for me, but to each their own, always. I don't judge. I don't ever judge. So, but if you can, maybe wear some red. Maybe it'll make you look a little bit more playful, a little bit more happy with what you got going on, and maybe you'll just be more confident. At the end of the day, I feel like another big thing is just like, I don't know how you guys feel about this. I feel like however you feel the most confident with what you're wearing
Absolutely.
is going to rub off. You know what I mean?
100%.
Absolutely.
You could be wearing some total bullshit. And if you're rocking it and you really think you're that guy, then she's going to think you're that guy.
Yeah.
And you're that guy.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And
So-
pink on guys is attractive.
Pink?
Pink,
Yes.
yeah.
So like a pink suit or like a pink t-shirt?
I don't know about the suit. Maybe just
Let's say both.
really. I don't know. I think more like I don't know, like a t-shirt or like even sneakers. Like I feel like most guys are like afraid to wear pink because they're like,
It's girly.
yeah, it's like girly, and like
Yeah.
they're like, no, I don't want to wear pink. But like, why not wear pink?
Yeah.
I think something that we're going to end up talking a lot about, at least in this episode that I'm going to talk about, is guys being in touch with like their feminine side. Because I feel like something a guy like really tries to like shy away
Darren
from.
is laughing behind the camera.
Of your whole podcast.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. So,
We gotta fuck shit up on this podcast.
all right,
Let's switch it up real quick.
So what you're saying is guys should be more in touch with their feminine side.
To me, I think that's attractive.
Do you like when guys
Yeah.
cover the bill?
Yeah.
Do you like when guys go to work every single day, work hard, and go to the gym?
I think I would like it when a guy has a good work ethic. I don't think he has to do all these specific things. And
Like,
also, before
yeah.
you try to come at
I'm just
me,
asking. No. I'm just asking. I would like to know
I can
this
see
is
it
more
building up.
because just this is all more airing to their masculine side. So I want to know what on a guy's
Yeah,
more
okay.
feminine side do you like?
I do like it in fashion. Like, I like it when guys are like in touch with like their emotions and stuff like that. Like, rather than being like, oh, I'm fine, trying to be like the
Tough.
big man 24/7.
Like, do you like when guys like cry to you and complain to you?
Okay, there's an extent of that. There's an extent, but like I feel like the same way a guy really wouldn't want a girl like constantly complaining to him all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just more accepted, you know?
Yeah.
Like, this is just societal norms. And like, at the end of the day, like, as much as you try to like fight them, resist them, like you can get somewhere with that if that's really your thing. But at the same time, for the majority of guys, if you're so early into a relationship and you're calling a girl crying, massive turnoff. I've had multiple girls come on the podcast and be like, yeah, it's like I've had literally I had a girl come on the podcast and she was like, yeah, like I had a guy call me and he was crying. And at that point, it just felt like I felt bad for him, but like about what he was crying about. But he wasn't crying about something that happened in his life. He wasn't crying about a death. He was crying to her, like, don't leave and like all this stuff. Like, I don't want you to leave, babe. And she literally said, like, at that moment, I knew like he was basically worthless because there was nothing attractive about him in that moment. Like, he's just, like, he's literally crying and begging you to stay. Like, that's extremely weak. And I guess you could say, I fucking hate using these words because it's just so cringy, but it is beta. Like come on, like we know it is. Like what? Like
Interesting choice of word.
Like calling a girl crying about her leaving or wanting to leave, or even cheating. Like my thing is, like, even if a girl cheats on you and you love this girl, or you thought that you loved this girl and she cheats on you and you figure it out, literally just okay,
Cry in private.
pack your
Yeah.
stuff, leave. It's through. Like, there's no
Exactly.
conversation that even needs to be had. How did it
Right.
go down? Like, all you guys get fucking in over your head. Like, oh, well, maybe she only did this. What do you mean? Maybe she only did this? You're cheating. If you
Yeah.
cheat,
Yep.
it's over. Like, especially if you had an actual relationship and it wasn't a talking phase, you cheat, it's over. Nothing more to learn about the situation. If you know it's true, you don't need to ask any questions. Okay? If you guys are living together, pack your stuff, be gone. If you're living in separate houses, okay, lose my number. You don't need to act all butthurt. You don't need to act all upset about it. Just don't talk to me. It's
Yeah.
over.
Yeah, and I feel like even if you try to like still stay with that person and salvage the relationship,
It's
that's
not.
always going to be in the back of your head. And
Exactly.
you're just going to torture yourself.
It'll always
Yeah.
be in the back of your head. It'll probably happen again. And it's like, why? Why put yourself through that? There's so many better, like we were saying, even off the podcast, there's so many better stress-free relationships that you could enter, like, and you'll be happier. Like, I'm in a great relationship right now, very stress-free. Like, I don't have to really worry about anything. I don't ever second guess anything that she says because I know her character. There's been plenty of girls that I've been with that it's like, okay, you're telling me this, but I know it's not true. Like, I know what you do on the weekends. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Right.
it's okay. Like, I get that you're trying to act this way, but you know someone's true intention when you speak to them. You get a read for their character. You know. So at the end of the day, do you guys agree with that?
Yeah.
Like there, I feel like there's an instinctual feeling that you get.
Like a gut feeling. Like
Yeah.
I feel like when you meet someone, you automatically get like a gut feeling. And like I tried not to like when I first get like a gut feeling, I like try to like avoid it and say, no, let me try to get like to know this person. And I end up like realizing that like my gut instinct was right.
Was
in there.
right. Exactly.
So like that's why
Yes.
like moving forward now, like I'm trying to be like aware of that. And I'm like, if I meet someone, like I'm kind of keeping an eye on like what
they're
like
doing.
I'm being told.
yeah, exactly.
Ladies,
And it's
trust your
like,
gut.
yeah,
Trust your gut.
yeah, exactly. It's like when that person puts a fucking pit in your stomach and it's like, oh, she's going out to a party. I don't know if I could trust her. Just not the one. Or
Right.
even if it's a guy, like, just not the one. Especially if you're looking for a typical Western society relationship where you get married, etc. You know what I mean? It's not even worth it. Or why are you dating? Are you
Yeah.
dating without the purpose of potentially getting married one day? Because then you're just fucking around.
Yeah, it's marriage or nothing.
At the end of the
Right.
day, like
Literally.
if you
Or
want
heartbreak.
if you want to fuck around, I'm not holding that against you. Like, plenty of people like to fuck around, whatever. You want to hook up with multiple people, it doesn't matter. You could do you, have fun. Like, if you're like whatever. But if you're entering a relationship, you need to be like fully locked down. I always say make sure it's the right person, because why put yourself through that? Like, you're gonna create an emotional attachment to someone essentially for no reason.
Exactly.
essentially for no reason. So definitely don't put yourself through
Yeah.
that either. Waste of time.
Exactly. Also, like a little story about like trusting your gut. So this guy, like him and I met, and my friends told me that like he had liked me. So I was just like kind of like feeling him out and just trying to see what he was about. And I remember we were hanging out in someone's room, and he was being really sweet with me. And he told me, he's like, "You have very pretty eyes," and I was like, "Oh, thank you." But this was BS. And the reason why I knew that this was BS was because the room that we were in, the only light that was on were those like cheap like blue LED lights. So I'm like, you can't even see my eyes. And like it was since it was the first time meeting him, like I didn't mention it, and now looking back, like he was like a massive player and like got with all these girls and like ruined a lot of like friendships. So just like very little moments like that, like trust your gut.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's probably.
It's funny. You have really pretty eyes. I'm just seeing blue. Like
Yeah.
I can't even tell you what color your eyes are.
Yeah, I mean that's a tough scene, but I feel like stuff like that. I mean, it happens to everyone. You know what I mean? You're gonna get.
Oh yeah.
You're gonna get reeled into that stuff. But I have a question. Do you think that you're more attracted to those kinds of guys that you know have options?
Wait a minute.
Are you more attracted?
I was watching this right before.
Are you more attracted to guys with options? Honestly.
I'm trying to. I mean, I don't know if I don't really know if I know about a guy's situation, like if they have
No?
options or not. I just
See-
assume that everybody does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I don't
Yeah.
like look and say like, oh, like he has other girls that he can go to. Like I like him now. Like I
Yeah. Okay. So I agree with that. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I feel like a lot of, and I'm not gonna call anyone out because I'm not even in the mood for internet drama. If this shit blows up, there's a lot of podcasters that will come on here and be like, oh, if he has options, he's this, or if she has options, she's that. Like at the end of the day, like if you try hard enough, like you could get options. It's just that
Right.
girls are more prone to having options because as guys, we're gonna seek more than a girl is because you guys are the gatekeepers to a sexual experience,
The
and then
sperm chases the egg.
exactly, and we're the ones, and it's true, and like we're the ones that are trying to make that happen. Even if you guys are trying to make that happen, most girls are not actively gonna start seeking it because it's so abundant. You know what I mean? Like there's a lot of guys that are gonna approach and try to make something happen, stir the pot. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. I feel like with the whole options thing, it's like if you know someone has options and it's like a known thing, like, oh, this guy's a notorious player, but he's treating you differently, right? So now it's inferred that he's had options in the past, he's been with people, but he's treating you differently. Are you going to be more attracted to that guy than you are
okay.
the kid that's fucking I don't know, he plays chess and he doesn't really have options?
Well, it makes sense to be more attracted to the guy who like has more options because he's quite literally picking you out
Right.
of everybody else that he could have.
Exactly.
So
then-
it makes sense.
But then I
Exactly.
feel like that also goes hand in hand with like liking the potential of someone versus like them actually. Because like if you feel like you're being treated differently from like another guy or like how another guy would treat you, then I feel like you're gonna like his potential because like what makes me special rather than all his other options.
Exactly. But you know what's funny? It's literally like natural, like it's just human instinct to like think that way, and it's not even
Yeah.
like it's not even anything that's wrong or right. Like I was fucking watching, and I made like kind of my own inference and like did some research. Bro, the video that me and you watched the other day, the two penguins. Okay, so we're gonna play this video. So these two, so there was a husband and a wife. There were two penguins, or they were together, quite obviously. So the husband went out to go try to get some food or whatever else for the wife, comes back to the wife cheating on him, okay, with a different male penguin. Okay, this is real. Literally, there was a film crew, I think it's on Nat Geo, there was a film crew that followed this happening. So I'm like, holy shit, like even animals cheat. So they were trying to figure out like why this female penguin cheated. So what these penguins do, they have like these fucking, not hands, but they have like these hard I don't know how to describe it. It's just a specific type of penguin.
Flippers?
Yeah, they have like these really hard flippers, and they start going at it. Like they were brawling, like the two male penguins.
Oh.
And this shit is
Can I please see this
This
video?
shit, yeah, I will show you the video. And this shit is crazy. So these two male penguins are fighting. Literally, they're all bloodied up. Like their shit's like all fucked up. They're all bloody, and it's crazy. Like you see at the end, like of the fight, it was like a bad and even fight, and then both the husbands do like a mating call to see like who the wife actually picks, and the wife picked the guy that she was cheating with, because this is such a confusing story because that penguin was, and then it turned out that penguin was also cheating. So the wife was like, "Oh, he's more special to me. He'll birth my child better because he's more like fertile." Like that's literally how she was thinking because all she knew was that other husband. It's fucking crazy. Like that's literally how that's how the female penguin was thinking, like instinctually. Like that was her nature. Like, and it's not that she did anything necessarily wrong or right. That's just how it goes. Yeah. Ultimately, like for those specific animals. And it was like sad. Then you see the male penguin like just literally walk away and it's done. Like everything he had with her was quite literally gone and it was fucked up. But it's like, you know what? At the end of the day, sometimes that's how things go.
Yeah.
And it's like you could take like a dumb inference from penguins, but at the same time, now as humans, when we're saying, why do girls or guys with more options seem more appealing to us, even if they're not the best looking? It's all status related. You know what I mean? And ultimately, we seek status in partners, especially, I don't know, even if you don't consciously acknowledge it, it's true. Like, why do so many girls like Jack Harlow, Pete Davidson, and these kinds of guys? Not only is it because they're better looking, tall guys that have stuff going for themselves, it's because they are Jack Harlow and Pete Davidson. Pete Davidson is with fucking who? Kim Kardashian?
Yeah.
Like,
how did that happen?
Like,
Literally.
you know what I'm saying? But it's like,
He was on the side of the street and he wasn't Pete Davidson.
if he was on the side of the street and he wasn't
We'd
Pete
probably
Davidson, no one would
look
care.
past him.
Exactly. But
Yeah.
it's because so many girls are like, oh, Pete Davidson. Now, like, more girls are gonna see him as a man of value, so he's gonna get more. Like if he ultimately wants to.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Like it's natural. So there's nothing right or wrong about that. You just have to understand that's just kind of how it
That's how it
is.
happens. Yeah.
It's just how it is. You know what I mean? And it's
yeah.
like sometimes it feels fucked up because it's like, oh, like that's fucked up. But even if you're in a relationship, you're still going to be attracted to other people.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people don't understand that.
Like
I don't know. I feel like in a relationship, it's almost expected that like, oh, you're only supposed to want me and blah blah blah. But that's not how it is. Like, you're obviously still gonna find other people attractive.
Exactly. Exactly. It's not like you get into a relationship with someone and immediately everyone else is fully unattractive. You don't like. Maybe you're the one in a million that's had that experience. But for me, I know that has not happened. Like, you're still going to be attracted to other people. It's just a choice to be with that one specific person and hold them down and be solid. Like, that's at the end of the day a choice. But don't fucking like crucify your partner, like if you're a girl or if you're a guy, because they like glanced at someone else. Like, it's literally just natural. Like, it's not anything that's either right or wrong. Again, it's just how it is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? As humans, that's just, it's normal. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. Our brains are constantly thinking about reproducing so that we could create and establish better society. So it's like, that's just how it's going to go.
That's how it is. I kind of have a question. Unless, do you want to like follow your thing?
No, go ahead. That's why I kind of
Okay.
I like the natural conversation.
Yeah. You guys have probably talked about this. I don't know. I haven't watched.
Go ahead.
anything.
No, it doesn't matter.
But like, how do you guys feel about liking other girls' Instagram pictures while in a relationship?
How do I feel about liking other girls' Instagram pictures while I'm in a relationship? I mean, honestly, I'm not like, I don't follow a crazy amount of girls on Instagram, and I don't really go on Instagram that much because it's not that interesting to me. But it's like, if I am on Instagram and I'm just like swiping through stuff, I look at shit really quick, and most of the stuff I watch is videos. So if I see it, sometimes I'll just like it and not even really realize that I liked it. And like, I've had people get mad at me for that. I'm like, I don't even, like, I barely know who that is. Like, I just like the picture. Like what? Like, I don't know. I personally wouldn't tolerate someone yelling at me for fucking liking an Instagram picture because that's absurd. Like, I don't know. I feel like that's something that you can't really get mad at your partner for, liking an Instagram picture. A comment is different. Like, if I'm on a girl's page and I'm in a relationship and I comment something like, "Oh, nice ass," like, yeah, like, I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's wrong. Or if you're a girl and you comment like hot on another guy's picture and you're in a relationship, yes, like, that's a problem. But liking a picture, what if it's your friend?
Yeah, no, I'm talking about like influencer, like ass out.
Oh. So you're saying like, if I like some girl who's an IG model's picture while I'm in a relationship, am I wrong for that?
But it's like very over the top.
No, because ultimately, like, sometimes you don't even realize that you're liking something because you're just scrolling. Like, how many times have you gone to stalk someone's account and you accidentally like something?
I never do that.
That's never happened
I
to me.
never
get I
done
get
that.
so paranoid. Yeah.
I'm like extra
I'm very
cautious. I'm
careful.
like, yeah.
Okay, regardless, it's happened to a lot of
But
people.
if that happens, then you just unlike it.
It's happened to me, okay?
Facts, really
so like
fast.
no one is perfect. Like if you just like the photo, it's like, am I sleeping with this person? Am I doing anything with this person? Like, no, like I'm in a relationship with you. I like the picture. Like, okay, like if she but is it okay for her to be reposting pictures of guys like with fucking do you know what I mean? Like a bunch of girls are like, oh my God, he's so hot. Like even in a relationship about guys like Jack Harlow, etc. While in a relationship, they don't care. A lot of them don't care. So why would I be wrong for liking your
Okay.
picture?
Yeah,
It ultimately
that's true.
depends how strict of a barrier you're gonna put on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because
There's-
I've been in the situation where like someone's liked a girl's picture and then I've like confronted the guy about it and they're like, oh, well, like it's not that big of a deal. And I'm like, okay, well, if it's not that big of a deal, then why don't you just not like the picture? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like going back and forth.
But
like, I
okay,
feel like
so
that's
does
something-
it bother? So okay, so ultimately it bothers you that he liked the picture, but does it bother you that he sees the picture? Because ultimately it's the same thing.
That's
The only
true.
difference is a tap.
Yeah.
So he sees the picture, whether he taps the screen 2 times or doesn't, he still saw the picture.
True, but I feel like a like is like you're quite literally saying like I like this. Like I like what I see. Like you want it to be known to that person that you like what you see. I'm gonna double tap.
You
Or is it not that deep? You know what I mean?
For
don't think
me,
it's that deep.
for me, it's not that deep. Sometimes I like
Yeah.
shit that I don't really like. It's just like, it's just, I don't know. I guess it's just part of scrolling sometimes. You'll just
Yeah.
like shit, like without even really, the knowingness or like the thought, like, oh, do I like this picture? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'll
Yeah.
just like it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like I'll just like things just to like say that like, okay, I saw it like
Yeah,
and, like, keep
exactly.
going.
Like, yeah, that's normal too. So if that's cheating, then is watching adult content cheating while you're in a relationship?
I don't think that liking a picture is cheating.
But do you think it's wrong? If you think it's a little bit wrong, then
I wouldn't say. I think it really just depends on like the situation, what the picture is, and what boundaries you guys have established in that relationship.
so do you think watching adult content while in a relationship is cheating?
Once again, I think it depends on the boundaries of the relationship. I personally wouldn't care.
yeah,
like
I don't think it matters.
Okay.
Because
Dario,
of-
how do you feel about that? Do you think that's cheating or wrong?
No, it's human nature.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
Like you're
yeah.
with the person at the end of the day. They're not with
exactly.
the person in the
Like
video. or
ultimately,
whatever. So,
ultimately,
like,
watching adult content is nothing more than a fantasy.
yeah.
No,
Like it's
yeah.
not your
It's all
reality.
fake anyways.
Like,
Yeah.
like it's all fake. It's simply not your reality. So does it really matter if you're watching it while in a relationship? I mean, maybe don't do it in front of your partner, but like
Unless you're into that.
unless that's your thing, you know what I'm saying? But for the most part, I wouldn't say that there's anything wrong with that.
No.
I just think that you probably shouldn't be watching it in the first place, just because it's there's so I don't know if you guys know like all the negative stuff. It's so bad.
Oh
for you.
yeah, no,
It's
I've been like
so
seeing all
bad for
that
you.
stuff.
Oh, it's so bad for you, and it's so addictive. Like the amount of guys that literally can't get it up because they've been so hooked on adult content for such a long time. Like you have no idea. Like it's like
it's like a false reality.
it's ridiculous.
It's terrible.
And like you get so used to these perfect looking people, quite literally these perfect looking bodies, everything, and that becomes your reality and what you're attracted to. Well, when your standard is nothing of that of what you're watching in your fantasy land, then you're not able to get it up because you're not used to this. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like this is totally new to you. Now you're looking at something that you haven't seen, and it's in person, so you're nervous. It's not getting up.
Yeah.
Like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
and this is gonna happen. So
It's
it's
not
like,
surprising.
yeah, get off the content. Like if you're gonna do something, just do it for real. Like move away from the content. It's very unhealthy. Like truthfully,
Yeah.
it's bad for your brain. Like it creates a false sense of reward that you're not truly achieving. Like it's easy to just sit back, watch some shit, and then not have the courage to go approach a girl in person or have a conversation. It's too easy.
Because it's right there. It's
It's
like
it's
a
literally
click of a
right there.
button.
Click of a button. I could see quite literally whatever I want. It's very dangerous. So
Yeah.
move yourself away from that kind of stuff. Coming back, right? I would like to know, how do you guys feel about skinny jeans on a guy? Like tight
jeans.
jeans.
Like
you
real
said you like
skinny?
feminine.
Skinny
You said you like more
jeans.
feminine guys on their feminine
Okay.
side. So do you like skinny jeans on a guy? Like ass
Okay.
tight.
I wouldn't want them to be too tight. I feel like skinny jeans.
It looks more feminine.
I also do feel like it depends on the style because I know someone who wears skinny jeans and kind of rocks them. But then part of me is like, it does look a little bit weird. I feel like the baggy jeans might be just like a better look.
yeah.
Yeah.
for guys, a little bit
A little
looser,
baggier.
a little looser.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, if you wear skinny jeans, like, I'm not gonna be like, oh, like, don't wear those. But like,
it's just hard because guys don't work out their legs.
Yeah,
So
like if they have
that's
like really
honestly-
thin legs,
Yes.
This is the
then
argument.
like,
Like chicken
we're-
legs.
this is the argument we're creating now.
like if you have like
Yes.
really
Train
thin
legs
legs,
Work out
together.
your legs. Don't skip leg day.
like for that, like wear leggings. I feel like.
Wear leggings.
You
at that
guys wear leggings?
No, like
You're
skinny
gonna wear
jeans. Like if
skinny
you have like
jeans.
really thin legs and you're wearing skinny jeans, like at that point it's like you're wearing leggings.
Exactly.
And
Yeah. So I
I
feel
don't
like
know. Like if you're gonna wear them, but like I don't know, I like baggier.
baggier.
Yeah.
Yeah. So okay. So how do you feel about like baggy clothing on a guy? For example, the kind of style that you see on Adam Sandler. And take away the fact that he's Adam Sandler, because a lot of
Okay.
girls love Adam Sandler and they don't care what he could wear.
Because he's funny.
He could wear nothing, and girls would be like, "Oh my god, Adam Sandler!" Like they don't care. But it's like you have to acknowledge just his style of clothing. Imagine a random, not so good looking dude was wearing what Adam Sandler wears.
No.
No,
I feel like I would like, which is like bad to assume, but I feel like I would assume he's like sloppy.
yeah,
Because like if he's wearing like mixed match clothes and like big baggy clothes, I'm gonna be like, he doesn't really like care enough to like put in effort to like at least match
yeah,
or like something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah, there are ways to do it right. Like
Right.
big baggy cargo pants with like a big like oversized hoodie.
Yeah.
Like
Right.
that could look cool.
yeah,
You know
because
what I
that's
mean?
modern. But I mean,
Yeah.
just like that whole like old athletic shorts
No.
with like the jet shirt, like probably not the move.
Hating on the Jets.
I mean, and also
No,
like,
not hating on the Jets. Just hate, just hating on the style in itself. Like, please don't wear that. Your clothing and everything that you wear, it's kind of a representation of how seriously you take yourself
it's a
in your
first
life.
impression.
first impression.
Yeah, and it's not that you
exactly.
can't like have fun and like take yourself not so seriously at times, but you need to, especially with your clothing, kind of. It's the first thing people are going to see.
It's
Other
like
than
how you
o-
express yourself.
Other than obviously your face and
Yeah.
everything, it's how you express yourself. So it's you express yourself in the way that you want to be expressed. Like, do you want to look attractive to a girl that you're trying to attract, or do you want to look sloppy? That's your choice. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like
So-
it's different if like you're in a relationship with someone and they come over looking like Adam Sandler. At that point, like it's fine.
Yeah.
But like if a guy comes up to me and he like, you know, kind of looks like sloppy-ish, I'm kind of gonna be like, it makes me wonder like how he's like and if he's actually serious.
Yeah.
In the first place.
Exactly, because that's your first impression,
Yeah.
which I feel like is really important.
Oh, absolutely.
100%.
Yeah,
100%.
I feel like first impression is super important. So, what would be your favorite thing that a guy could wear out of everything?
Favorite
Fully
thing?
dressed up, dressed like casual, dressed
This
down
is gonna be
fit.
so basic. I
What
feel like
are you gonna say? The gray sweatpants,
gray sweatpants and like a black t-shirt.
gray sweatpants, and a
Gray
black
sweatpants and
t-shirt.
Black t-shirt.
Maybe a
Interesting.
chain.
I have a theory
Ooh, I like
about the gray. I have a theory about the gray sweatpants.
That's the theory.
So why do girls like gray sweatpants
Because-
so much?
Well,
Because of the imprint?
yeah, you answer that.
No,
first.
not because of the imprint. I think it's not because of the imprint. It has to. Like, I don't know. I feel like
She said it's because of the imprint. Hey, listen,
listen, like, okay. I think it's more like I don't know. I feel like it's just like a nice color. Like I feel like if they came and they were wearing like black sweatpants and a black shirt, I'd be like, all right. But like I don't know, something about like the contrast of like the gray. I
yeah.
don't know.
So why do you like gray sweatpants?
Me?
Yeah.
I don't know if gray sweatpants would be my favorite thing on a guy.
No.
Well, I really like fashion. So
Yeah.
like kind of what I was saying before, like maybe like baggy cargo pants and like a baggy like oversized like something.
Yeah.
Because I feel like that shows like you're confident to wear what you're wearing and you're not really
Yeah.
like dressed down. And like if I just happen to like meet you one day, like you look nice, you're not wearing something that's like sloppy.
For sure.
So I
100%.
really like that. And also like when a guy like dresses up like, you know, in a suit, like not like every day obviously, but like
Yeah.
To a
on the
grocery store.
occasion
On
it's
the
like,
occasion.
oh, you look so cute. Like
Yeah.
gelled
Yeah.
hair. I'm like, oh, that's cute. I don't know.
For sure. So we have like a more casual fit with gray sweatpants and then
Yeah.
something a little bit
Yeah.
oversized.
To me, it shows confidence.
Nice.
Like if you're dressed up.
Okay. Okay. Cool. Next question. I want to know, how do you guys feel about jewelry on a guy? And I don't mean just like your typical like chain or bracelet. I mean guys that wear a bunch of like different chokers like close to their neck and they wear like 6-7 chains at once, or they wear like the beaded necklaces. Like, how do you feel about that in relation to a regular necklace or no jewelry what is your favorite thing on a guy?
I honestly think it depends on like what your type is, but
Right.
I
Yeah.
wouldn't shy a guy away just because he wears a lot of jewelry.
Yeah.
Like once again, I think that's more of being able to tap into more of your like feminine side and to show and express yourself and what you like and just overall like be confident in what you're wearing. So
Exactly.
I like it.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't like too many chains because I feel like it's bulky and like
Yeah.
kind of like gross. But like chains are fine. I don't mind. Like even like guys who get like their nose pierced. Like
I was going to
things
ask
like
you,
that.
Yeah.
how do you feel about piercings on a guy?
Don't care.
Don't care at all.
No.
Tongue piercing on a guy.
Nope.
Nose.
No.
How about the ear piercing?
Ear-
The hole in the
I
The
like
ear
I like ear
piercings.
piercings.
Okay,
I
but
like
how
ear
about like
piercings.
the hole in the ear? How about
No.
the hole in the
I
ear?
don't like gauges. That's
No.
just personal preference. I don't like gauges. Like if you want to do like because like when you're old and your ears like saggy.
Ew.
Like,
Have you seen pictures of people's ears when the ears
are like
is taken out?
drooping?
Oh, it's horrible. They
Like-
look like nematodes. Like there's something wrong with them. It's
Like, you
terrible.
put stuff
They look
in
like
it.
the fawn from Narnia when they get that thing in their ear. Like, don't put that fucking gap in your ear. It
No.
looks like a
No,
black hole and
don't
it's
do that.
disgusting.
Don't do
Like
that.
If that's how you express yourself a different way, please. Please. There's so many other ways to express yourself. You could wear a t-shirt with a black hole on it. You don't need to make it a part of your ear. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Somebody looks like this.
If you This is the fawn from Narnia. This is what
Oh my God.
this is what people
That
look
is
like.
a
Someone said
down.
Jack Harlow looks
Put
like that.
The fawn in Narnia. This is what
Jack
people look
Harlow.
like when they get that hole in their ear. It's terrible.
Yeah,
Please
I
don't do
don't.
that.
I don't like gauges, but like nose piercings, ear piercings,
Yeah, that's
like
all fine with me.
I don't.
I feel like
care.
the lip piercing might be a little bit.
I
emo.
personally wouldn't go for a nose or lip piercing for myself. It's just not my style.
Yeah.
I have more of just a traditional, I guess, masculine style and appearance, presence. I guess not so pierced up and everything. Like I wouldn't even get ear piercings, but that's just me. You know what I mean? I know a lot of guys that pull it off, but
It also depends on like how your face will look with it.
exactly.
Because like if
Yeah.
a guy can have his nose pierced, I'm not gonna say, oh, like his nose is pierced, I like him.
Yeah.
Like it's like it has to. Like, I feel it has to fit your face.
exactly get
Like it has to fit you.
exactly get a magnet one or whatever, right? Before you
We
do
try
it,
that.
before you
Yep.
do it for real, because once you do it for real, it's gonna be there. So it's
Take it
Yeah.
out.
yeah. I mean, you can take it
Just
out
fast.
Just make
Take it out fast.
Just do the magnets. You know what I mean? Why
Yeah.
not?
Yeah.
Why
Like,
not?
Like try it out first
Yeah,
before you
try
like
it out.
invest in it.
It's
yeah.
like people that go to get tattoos, which I'm gonna ask you. That's my next question.
Oh,
but
God.
Jeez, okay.
but like get a henna tattoo before you get the real thing,
That's smart.
so that it's there. And then if you really like it, after like 3 to 6 weeks or however long a henna tattoo stays on, then maybe it makes sense to get on you for the rest of your life. But don't just see some shit and be like, oh, that's cool. I want to get it on my forehead for the rest of my life. And now you're stuck
Yeah.
with a piece of shit on your forehead. You know what I mean? Like you don't want that. So now that parallels. How do you feel about tattoos?
Don't care.
Okay. I feel like it depends how many and like where.
Okay.
I don't know.
How do you feel about forearm tattoos on a guy?
I think that's fine.
That's
Yeah?
fine. Yeah.
That's fine.
Is it a turn on or a turn off?
On.
Turn on?
Prudes. I think it's hard because like my parents are like very strict with me. Like they don't want me to have any piercings, any tattoos, no nothing.
No?
So like when I see that on someone else, like not that I want to say like it looks trashy because it doesn't, but I feel like there's definitely a point where someone could overdo it and then it
Yeah.
becomes very attractive.
For
very
sure.
unattractive.
For
very
sure.
quickly.
I agree. I totally agree. People could definitely overdo it. But there's some people that I see their tattoos and I'm like, that shit's hard. And then
Yeah.
there's some people I see their tattoos. I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah.
It's one of those things you really need to make sure you get in with a good artist and you really like what you put on your body. And another thing, like I was talking about weed the other day and like, you know, it affects your productivity for most people. So make sure that you just do it in moderation and do it after you already got your work done. And of course, Joe Rogan smokes weed. Elon Musk smoked weed one time on a podcast. He took one puff. He barely even hit that shit. Joe Rogan found weed when he was already successful. So I don't want to hear it. You know what I'm saying? So there's that. And then there's the tattoo community. It doesn't matter what you get on your body. That's how I express myself. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, I'm talking about your average guy that's not diehard passionate about tattoos, that's literally covered head to toe, face to shaft in tattoos. It's like, okay, if that's your thing, that's your thing. That's how you express yourself. I'm talking about your average guy that wants to attract your average, maybe above average girl. That's all I'm talking about. You know what I
I
mean?
feel like with tattoos, you need to establish a career first.
For
before
sure.
You put anything on
Like,
your
if you're-
body.
If you're trying to be a Post Malone and you get all that, good for you.
Yeah.
But if you see Post Malone on the side of New York City, Like
Yeah.
you're not. Stop.
Exactly. Like,
Yeah.
like if I saw you, like how you look right now, but then I saw you with a tattoo that said love on your neck, I'd be like, what the fuck is that? What the fuck is that? You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
guess that's me being judgmental, but who cares? I'm like, you're allowed to be judgmental and what you think is good looking, bad looking. It can be a turn on. It can be a turn off. For most girls to get your average like butterflies or whatever, that's
See,
okay.
I don't like that.
So-
I
Just
don't-
because I know everybody's getting it.
It's
Exactly.
basic. Like I want
It's
something
super-
unique.
No, it's super basic,
Exactly.
but it's like at the same time, there's a level of simplicity with that. And if you get it in like a covered area, I'm not going to be like, oh, like, why'd you get that tattoo? But if you're going to get something big, like that's on your body forever. Forever.
It's a commitment.
Forever.
Yeah.
It's a huge commitment. And it's, you know how expensive and the health hazards of getting that tattoo then taken off, let alone on? Like, it's a big thing. Plus the cost of the tattoo in itself. Like, make sure you
expensive, yeah.
really like what you have. Get a bunch of other people's honest opinions on the tattoos. Ask all your
Yeah.
most honest friends, family members, what do you think? I don't care about your opinion on tattoos in general, but do you think this actually looks good?
Yeah.
Get as many people's opinions as you can. And then obviously your opinion's the only one that matters. I know everyone's going to try to come at me with that argument. But then at the end of the day, why are you getting the tattoo? Because you want
Right.
to show it to people, right?
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
Right? So you ultimately you do care what people think about it.
100%.
So see what people have to say about it. Just because you like it, if everyone thinks it looks stupid, you're not going to be confident with that on your body. You know what I mean?
Or you put it in a place that's private.
Exactly.
Right.
I'm sick of
Yeah.
people that are like, oh, I don't care what anybody thinks. Like, it's okay to be different and do different shit than what other people do. Like, I didn't finish my senior year of high school. I started to work full time and work on businesses. That's different. You know what I mean? But ultimately, I still care what people think, or I wouldn't have a podcast. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like,
right.
this is to hear what you guys think,
Right.
or what I think. So it's like, stop with that bullshit argument too. Like, I don't like that. Do you agree, Daria? The whole I don't care what people think.
Yeah,
Like,
everybody cares.
everyone cares what
Everyone
people think.
cares.
That's why we do certain shit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, why do you want to look more fashionable? Because you care what that girl
Why do I
thinks.
show up to school? Because I care what my parents think.
Exactly. Like, why do I show up to school on a certain day? Because I want to get a better education. Because my parents they want me to do it. You know what I mean? So everything, it all parallels. Like,
100%.
ultimately, you do care what people think. That's why we have conversations like this in the first place.
Yeah.
So, all right. I think I have like what, 2 more questions? Two more questions.
2 more.
I would like to know how important on a scale of 1 to 10 is personal hygiene.
10.
Very important.
Very
10.
important.
Very
Immediate
important.
10. Okay, talk to me about it. What can guys do to level up their personal hygiene?
Well, I mean, for me, it's just like, again, it goes back to like your style and like how you express yourself. And like, if you're gonna come wearing like big baggy clothes that look like they haven't been washed and you haven't been washed, and it's kind of like makes you wonder, like, is this person like
Clean.
clean?
Yeah.
Yeah. And like,
It's like a health thing.
you know,
I completely agree.
like, I don't know. I feel like you just have to take care of yourself. And I'm going to like wonder if that person's going to take care of themselves. Because ultimately, if I'm going to be spending my time with this person, it's going to rub off on me.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't want to become a sloppy person. I want
Yeah.
to like, you know, and I don't want to feel like I'm going to have to drag someone to go take a shower.
Yeah,
Like, that's not my responsibility.
I completely agree.
Yeah.
So,
No, I completely agree.
Yeah. Like, it's literally simple. Like, there's so many things that guys could do to level up their personal hygiene, along with girls. I don't know much about, well, I know obviously basic. Like, yeah, I'm sure you know basic about male hygiene, but it's like, all you have to do is the simple shit, and you'll already have an advantage over everyone. Like, brush your teeth twice a day. You know what I mean? Not once. Comb your hair. Fucking put on a little bit of cologne, deodorant, not Axe body spray or Old Spice.
please, no.
No.
No, never that.
Please
Literally,
no.
like, shameless plug. I'm not even sponsored, but Arm & Hammer sells good deodorant that doesn't smell like such strong chemical and shit. It's literally just like a clean, like something basic. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because that stuff fucking reeks. I remember being in the gym locker room, and they get advice and they see fucking commercials of guys, like big, tall, ripped guys fucking putting on Axe body spray, and then they're with chicks, and it's like, you're not that. Like, and it wasn't
You're
the
not
Axe
that
body
guy.
spray, it was the way that they looked. You are not that guy. Now you smell like detergent, and it's like it's just in your
Yeah.
face. It's disgusting. And it's like anything that's that strong, it's showing that you're putting it on to cover something.
Right.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
exactly.
Like putting on something like a fragrance is not to cover the fact that you smell bad. It's because you're clean. It's like an addition.
Yeah,
You know what
Yeah.
I
of
mean?
course. No, when a guy smells good, it's so attractive.
Yeah.
Obviously.
100%.
You wouldn't
Yeah.
want a guy that smells bad.
Exactly. Like when a girl smells good, it's attractive too. Like it's like think about what you like in a girl and then apply that to your life but in a more masculine way.
Yeah.
Like instead of putting on perfume, you like a girl would wear, like you put on cologne, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? So it's
Right.
just kind of do the opposite, but I guess you kind of do the opposite, but then there's similarities like take care of your skin, take care of your hair. It's simple stuff, like literally the most simple stuff, and it levels you up like
Absolutely.
immensely. I know for a fact if I'm talking to someone and just by looks, I think they're like an 8, and then I like talk to them and they're like their hygiene is horrible, like they fucking smell terrible. I'm like, now you're a 3.
Right.
But
Yeah.
if that person's an 8 by looks with great hygiene, well, now you're a 9, 9.5.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing with a guy. Like, there's so many ways to level your life up to literally make you that higher number. If you're just a 6 by looks, and then you start getting in the gym, now you have a better body. You start getting your money up, now your status went up. You start taking, like, you know what I mean? You start taking care of yourself in various different ways.
Yeah, there are
You're-
a lot of things you can do that aren't look related.
Exactly.
I feel like
level
confidence
yourself up.
also plays heavily into that.
Yeah, and you're gonna
Like
be
your
more,
level of
and you're gonna
confidence.
be more confident the more you take care of yourself and get your life in order. Because it's like, well, now I know what I bring to the table. What do you bring to the table? It's
Yeah.
gonna be what do you see in the partner? Because you already know what you see in yourself.
Right.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? If you know you're bringing everything that you got to the table, there's nothing to stress about in having a partner. You know, I know a lot of my friends, they have no job, they don't do hardly anything. They're like they cut school and they're worried about relationships and love. I'm like, bro, get your life in order. Like you're worried about
Yeah.
a chick. Like, is she gonna pay your bills? Is she gonna help you get your career off the ground? Like with anything? Absolutely not. So you're just settling for life at horrible mediocrity, below mediocrity.
Yeah.
I'm like,
you gotta take care of yourself before you can take care of
exactly.
everybody else.
If you can't even take care of yourself and get your life in order, how the hell are you gonna? It's easy to go sleep with a girl. It's not easy to get your life in order.
yeah,
Like, it's not easy to
Yeah.
go to the gym. It's not easy to go to work. It's not easy to fucking do all this shit. But it's easy to be like, oh, I want to go out with her tonight and do that. Like, that's easy stuff. You know what I mean? That's easy
Yeah.
stuff. Get your life in order, and then girls will come. And if you're a girl getting your life in order, guys will come because we
Absolutely.
appreciate boss women too.
They'll see the
100%.
work ethic and they'll be attracted to that.
For sure. 100%.
Okay, so I saw this thing on TikTok where the argument was made that the only way that a guy can talk about another girl to their girlfriend is by saying something bad about her. Because let's say the situation is, let's say like this girl's with this guy and he brings up another girl and he's like, oh, she's really nice. Then the girlfriend's gonna be a little bit suspicious, like, oh, like why is he bringing up this girl? Like, is she a threat? Do I have to be worried? Blah, blah, blah. But if a guy comes to her and is like, oh, I don't like her, she's ugly, blah, 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 she's annoying, then the girlfriend's like, oh, I have nothing to worry about. Meanwhile, he's secretly hooking up with that girl that he was previously talking bad to behind her back.
So it's like the
just-
reverse psychology you're saying?
Yeah.
I mean,
Like, do you think that that's true that a guy can only talk about other, like, if a guy talks about another female in a negative way, then the girlfriend should be, like, worried about what's happening?
hard to say. I feel like that has to do with character. Like, if your girlfriend talks shit about her friends and then hangs out with them, it's like, okay, well, I don't know who like you really like, dislike. Now, if you're saying the same thing about a guy, oh, I hate that guy, he's such a dick, and then you're at a party and he posts a picture on his private story of him and you together, it's like, well, you're just fake. So same thing that I guess could apply for a guy. Yeah, I mean, if you're talking shit about a lot of people and then you're hanging out with them or doing stuff with them, like people that I'm going to say something to another person that I strongly dislike them, I definitely strongly dislike them at that moment. 100%. Because it's like, I have no reason to talk bad about you. I don't hate on any other man or woman's hustle, what they got going on in their life. I don't. But if you give me an active reason to not like you or to dislike you, and someone asks me a question about you, then if they're like, oh, what's your opinion on that person? Oh, I don't like him or her. Why? Because they did this. You know what I mean? So that's normal. But if you're lying about it, I guess on both ends, you could be a liar. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you're lying about, oh, I hate this girl, and then you're secretly chilling with her, or, oh, I hate this guy, you're secretly chilling with him, then you start to not trust the person on anything that they say. You know what I mean? And I think that is character. When I talk to girls that talk shit about other girls and then they hang out with them, that
Oh, yeah.
that causes me to feel insecure about the relationship in itself. Because it's like, you're doing this, saying that about your girlfriend. Now, when you tell me these stories about these guys that you don't like and that you hate, what are you doing with them? Are you hanging out with them? Because I know for a fact you're definitely still cool with them, because you're not giving them the same energy in person as you give me when you talk about them. So it's like, be real at the end of the day. Just be true to yourself. If you're going to say something, hold it to that same exact weight when you see the person. So
Absolutely.
yeah, it has nothing to do with even like, I guess you could say, oh, it's talking shit. But if you're honestly like upset about something, then you're honestly upset about something. I saw this kid, we're posting this. I saw this kid in the gym that was trying to talk to my girlfriend, and my girlfriend's very honest with me about everything. And he kept trying to get at her, and he's a weirdo. Like, and I didn't know this at the time. Well, no, I lied. In the beginning, he was like, "Oh, you're with him? Oh, that's cool. Like, I'm happy for you guys." And that was the extent of it.
Okay.
So I saw him in the gym. I'm not going to have a problem with him. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
right.
He acknowledged we're together. That's the end of this argument. Now, he still knows we're together, but because he's down bad, he's coming back around, trying to get with something or someone that I know for a fact I'm locked down to. She knows she's locked down to me. So she's telling me this motherfucker's weird. And I watched her block him in front of me. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's a level of, okay, I know she's being honest. Like, I could see this kid being awkward. I scrolled up in the chat. Like, there's nothing to hide. You know what I mean? If you know there's nothing to hide with your partner, there's nothing to hide. So I haven't seen him in the gym. Like, but if I did, I'd be like, yo, like, are you this weird all the time or just sometimes? Because he's a weird kid. You know what I mean? Like, why are you doing that?
Do you feel disrespected that he was trying to talk to your girl, even though knowing that you guys are in a relationship?
I do feel disrespected, and it's like, I don't want to have to tolerate. Not even that I don't want to have to tolerate it. I don't want to have to put up with it, because it's like now you're getting into my business. You're causing an issue for me that I don't want, but now I have to address it because you're entering now my personal life.
Yeah.
If you want to leave a comment on my fucking TikTok, I don't care. You know what I mean? Then you're an internet warrior. You're a keyboard warrior. It doesn't matter. But if you were in a relationship and a guy kept hitting you up knowing that you were in a relationship, your boyfriend's going to be like, yo, why is this kid doing this?
Yeah.
As a girl, you know, maybe this guy's bigger. Like, you can't really defend yourself against him. Like, you're going to feel like the guy, your significant other is going to feel in a way like, I kind of need to protect you. Like, this is weird. You know what I mean? That's also human nature, wanting to protect your girl. So it's like, yeah. If you're watching this, by the way, you're fucking weird. You know exactly who you are. You're a weird fuck. And I just hope that you get your own life issues banned, because get someone else. There's a lot of girls out here. There's a lot of
Get some bitches.
there's a lot of people out here. You know, if you find someone, then you'll be happier. At the end of the day, you'll be
Now,
happier with yourself.
If you were in your relationship, would you ever hit up a girl that was in a relationship?
No,
Why not?
no, I wouldn't, because it's like I have that level of self-respect knowing that it's wrong. I don't think I'm personally doing anything horribly wrong in itself, just based upon my own morals. But I know for a fact that she's doing something wrong. Like, I see this all the time. Girl cheats on a guy, or guy. We'll just use this example. A girl cheats on a guy, and the boyfriend goes and beats the shit out of the guy.
Yeah, that makes no sense.
That makes no sense.
It's like
They're both equally in the
it's
wrong.
like what just happened with Will Smith.
Yeah.
Will Smith smacks Chris Rock in the face. Who did he really want to smack in the face? His wife.
Yeah.
That's who he really wanted to smack in the face, because she's been giving him all the fucking headache. Will Smith laughed at the joke when Chris Rock
he
told
did
the
laugh at
joke.
the joke.
Then he looked at his wife, who was like,
And then saw her reaction.
reaction,
Acted
then
on
walked
that,
up and
yeah.
proceeded to do what he did. He didn't even mean it. He has so much pent up frustration and anger towards his wife that literally spilled over into that situation. Chris Rock did nothing wrong, in my personal
He's just
opinion.
doing his job.
He was doing his job.
Yeah.
He's a comedian. Chris
Right.
Rock is a legend. Like, he didn't do anything wrong. So it's normal for people to feel that way and be angry at the person that got involved in the situation. But at the end of the day, your significant other let it happen. You know how easy it is to just say, no, I have a partner? Like, what?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
don't let that get in the way. And by the way, wasn't she cheating on him with someone else, calling it an
They had
an
she had an
entanglement?
entanglement.
Cheating on Jaden's friend.
She
It was like her son's friend.
she
that,
was
like,
cheating
like,
on
hooking up
Will Smith with
Yeah.
her son's friend, and Will Smith is still in that relationship.
Yeah,
Like,
because
no
like, they
matter
were
how
on a
much-
break
Like a
or
week.
something.
because they were on a what, a 1 week break. So just because that small break happened, her true colors came out, and she wanted to get cracked by I don't know who the specific guy
a young
was,
guy.
but it's like that's crazy. Like, and that's
Yeah.
like, to me, that's absurd. As soon as he saw that, he should have been gone.
Yeah,
Like, literally,
exactly.
the only way for Will Smith to get retribution and to get self-respect for himself is just leaving.
Just like the
She doesn't
penguin.
respect him. At
Yeah.
the end
Oh,
of the
no,
day,
not at all.
she has no respect for him. And this
Not
is
at all.
public now. This is global. This is an embarrassing thing for Will Smith, and it's a bad look. And a lot of people have made videos, like, literally, people like me, like, reaching out to Will Smith. Like you're Will Smith.
He looks
You could
desperate.
you could have anyone you want.
Yeah.
Like, you're desperate. Like, and you shouldn't be. You know how many girls would literally kill to be with Will Smith? Come on.
Oh yeah.
Come on.
Absolutely.
You're Will Smith. So she doesn't respect you, bro. Please get with someone else. And that's not only for Will Smith. A lot of you guys are in relationships where you know your significant other has no respect for you. They're flirting with other people. They're getting with other people. Exit that. You don't need it. It's totally pointless. It's not going anywhere in the future. You're dating for pain, not for marriage. So
Yeah.
definitely cut that off in itself.
Absolutely.
Yep.
I feel like we covered a lot,
Yay.
Yeah.
right?
Did you want to ask anything else? This is what we
Do we have
listed.
any final questions?
The one that says taking them as a whole and not trying to change them and kind of like accepting people for who they are. So like if you're in a relationship with someone and like you fall in love with their like potential, let's say, like how am I trying to word it? Like
You're saying if you fall in love with someone for like
their
where,
potential and you try to like change them to fit that potential rather than accepting who they are and being like, I'm with this person because I like them as a person, not because like I dream of what they could be.
yeah, 100%.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, definitely. That's I would say that's kind of fucked up, but yeah. Dad, how do you feel about that? I don't know how I feel about that because yeah, exactly. You shouldn't exactly. You should never enter a relationship with the goal of trying to change someone.
Yeah.
I would definitely
Your own issues to figure out.
exactly. I would
Yeah.
definitely stand by that. It's like you're entering a relationship so you could change this person when there's people that are already fixed.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Let them fix themselves.
That's true.
Like literally let them fix
Yeah.
themselves. Like you don't need to be with that person that needs all this ridiculous fixing. I have a friend, love the kid to death, but he is when it comes to girls, the dumbest kid I know. Again, one of these kids does not have his life in order whatsoever, but would rather get with these girls that cause him the biggest headache, the biggest drama. And it's like, you're wasting your time trying to fucking make this work. And even if it works, you're still in the same position
Yeah.
with your life. Like that, you still haven't changed anything. So you fixed her. Fix yourself. You know what I mean? Most of these people that do this need to fix themselves, and they're relying upon someone else as a crutch. Get reliant on something else as a crutch. You don't need anyone as a crutch. So I definitely stand by what you said there, like with trying to enter a relationship to fix someone. Fuck that.
Yeah.
There's people that are already fixed. And then obviously if something happens while you're in the relationship, then you work through an issue together and you pan it out. But it's like you're entering a relationship knowing this person is fucked up.
Yeah. Don't fall in love with someone's potential.
Yeah, don't fall in love with someone's potential. So
That's it.
on that note, thank you guys for tuning into this episode. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to like, share, follow, subscribe for more epic content. Thank you guys for being on. I really appreciate it.
Thank you
Thanks
for
for having
having
us.
Maybe come back. We'll get some different topics.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You
Yeah.
No, you know what you guys should come back for? You guys should come back for a speed date. That's
Should
gonna-
we?
that's-
We should do a speed date.
That's gonna
Please
be
do that.
That's gonna be a series in itself going forward on the channel. By this point, we're probably gonna have one released if you've already seen it. If you haven't, go back, watch it. Derek, can we add it at the end of the video?
Can we what?
Can we add it at the end of the video?
Like click
Okay.
the link.
All right, so the video is going to be up somewhere here on the screen. I cannot tell you where. My editor's behind the camera, and we don't know where he's going to throw it up. This is all red.
Put it over his face. Please
all
cover
random.
over his face.
You can
No,
put it
cover
over
him with the speed
you
date.
can put it over
cover
their
Luke.
faces with
Cover
the
Luke.
speed date, not mine. But again, thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate it. We'll see you for the next episode. Come back for the speed date. It's going to be fucking hilarious.